A Florida teacher shows what to fourth graders? I thought I had seen it all, but stay tuned, everybody. You're watching Speechless. Cut for time. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Speechless Cut for Time. I'm your host, Kev Phares, 22-year-old conservative college student out of Central Illinois, host of Speechless on Cities 92.9, the news and talk of Bloomington, Normal, and beyond. But not everything can fit into my 2 hours on Sundays on my radio show, so I bring it right here for you guys as well. And today I have a fascinating story for you guys and a guest to react to it a little bit. But first, everybody, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment what you think, and share it with your friends because, gosh, we need to show people what's really going on in American classrooms. And in this Florida classroom, you know, I often talk about all the pride flags and the LGBTQ indoctrination in our classrooms. Well, this one's much different, and it's a great Friday the 13th story, I'll tell you. But Whinnie the Pooh made an appearance in a fourth grade classroom, but in the worst way imaginable. Florida fourth graders, out of the New York Post, Florida fourth graders expecting to have a fun movie day at school were traumatized as they watched one of the most lovable characters turn into a murderous savage. Students in one class at the Academy of Innovative Education in Miami Springs were shown the slasher film, Whinnie the Pooh, Honey and Blood, by a math teacher on Monday, October 2nd, for nearly 30 minutes before it was shut off after several of the children complained. Joining me in studio to discuss this a little bit, my good friend, Kat Peterson. How's it going, Kat?
That's me. Thank you so much, Kev Phares, for having me on.
Of course. Everybody go check out Kat Peterson on YouTube. It's Kat Peterson 929, correct?
Yes.
Go check her out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share everything. She does a morning show Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. I was thinking my showtime, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. You can always watch and interact with her stuff as well. But let's talk about this story a little bit. So we're going to get a little bit more into it, but I want to bring this onto screen here. We're just going to watch a quick clip from just the trailer. This is just the trailer of this. Yeah, and just a little clip, but just the trailer of the movie that was shown.
I hate horror films.
This was shown to fourth graders in a classroom setting.
What was that?
We used to be friends. Why are you doing this, please? I would have never left, I swear, I swear.
Whinnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. This movie caused a lot of controversy when it came out earlier, I believe this year, maybe last year, because the rights to the original children's book had entered the public domain, which is what allowed for this movie to come out and not have any kind of real lawsuits or anything. But now it was shown to a group of fourth graders. Additional reactions before we get a little bit deeper into the story, Kat.
Well, I hate horror films, but my initial reaction is, you know, this is why parents are so sick of the public education system. It doesn't even have anything to do with, you know, sexualizing your kids. We'll take it a step further. They don't want to just sexualize your kids. They want to destroy them mentally and create psychos. Like sexualizing your kid messes them up, exposing them to graphic violence is going to mess them up
in the public school system, especially. Like, and that's the craziest thing. And
I'm paying for it.
You're paying for it, essentially. And so I think the weirdest thing about this story is how this movie, because like, here's the thing. Okay, if this teacher was some super, super old dude, I'd still question the title, like Blood and Honey. Like there's some question there. But if this was some super old dude and he was like, oh, it's a Whinnie the Pooh movie, and he put it on and then it got like 10 minutes and then he took it off, it'd be like, okay, kind of honest mistake, still bad, should probably receive some kind of punishment. But okay. No, here's what was said from at least the district in terms of why it was shown in the classroom is that he let them decide. He let them vote on the movie. And they chose that one. And so they were exposed to 20 to 30 minutes to the movie. And then he didn't stop the movie, even though there were kids saying, hey, stop the movie. We do not want to watch this. So this is what happened. That's what happened.
Oh, it's just so tragic. They're children. Of course, they're going to ask to watch a scary movie. They're also going to ask for a bunch of cookies at night, but you
Yep.
don't give it to them
Well, and
because they're children.
that's the larger theme of this issue. Okay, so there was even actually, according to the news article, there were some that had to seek therapy after this experience, which is fascinating to me. So I grew up in a household with older sisters personally, and there was times where they would be watching something that was likely not age appropriate for me, and I'd get exposed to it. But it was in my own home where my parents could regulate that, and even at some points, my sisters would regulate that. This is in the public school setting.
Mhm.
And we've seen multiple times what is being exposed to children in the public school
And
setting.
there's this even larger movement within art and culture to blend kid themes with adult
Mhm.
themes in traditional kids culture. So there's those graphic novels. I remember going to my local library. It's a public school library or a public library,
Mhm.
so paid for via your taxpayer dollars. This is all key to that. It's all paid for by the public via
Yep.
taxpayer dollars. I went there and it said celebrate graphic novels. Enjoy a graphic novel. And it was promoted in the kids section specifically of this library. And
Yeah.
I went in, I grabbed one of the books. It has this very colorful little girl on there, and she's pink, and it's like she's this fairy princess, and she's completely clothed. It looks like a fun read if I was like a 5-year-old, and it's very colorful, and it's right there at eye level. And I go of a child, right? Eye level of a child, and I go and I pick it up, and it's right next to Green Eggs and Ham, Dr. Seuss, and I open it up and there is just such graphic pornography. I'm talking in the act. So
Mhm.
there's different things detailed out in the law. So if there's actual action, like the act of sex being acted out, there you can get slapped with more time if you expose that to a child via all of our. So in Illinois, we're in Illinois.
Yep.
Our law has it's called a harmful material act. And if you expose harmful materials, even graphic violence, to children, then you could see some jail time.
Yeah.
You can't expose pornography to children via our law.
Mhm.
And there's a section within the law that says, hey, if it's a sex act, like if the actual action is being performed, then you get slapped with more time.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And even bigger than that, I think is a big theme of this story is letting kids choose for themselves. You brought up things like having cookies at
Mhm.
for dinner, whatever, ice cream for breakfast, all that kind of stuff. But we actively have an entire wing of this country that wants to allow children, and I guarantee you some of them are probably up in arms about this story, about the Winnie the Pooh horror movie being shown in the classroom and are up in arms about it. But at the same time, will advocate for young children to be able to make their own decision on what gender they are. And with that comes surgeries and hormone therapies,
Mhm.
sterilization, life altering decisions. This is why we don't let kids make all of their decisions for themselves. I think a good parent, and I'm curious what you'd say about this, Kat. I think a good parent allows their kid to feel a certain sense of agency,
Mhm.
but will always have a safeguard on top of that.
Yeah.
Yes, let your kid make their own decisions within reason, you know,
Yeah.
and show them the consequences of some of their actions as well. If you don't clean your room, well, then you might step on things. You might break things. You won't be able to go to this party or whatever you want to do. Show them the consequences of their actions, but within a safe environment.
Mhm. Oh, well, leftism, and you say this all of the time,
Mhm.
Kevin. Leftism, it can be boiled down to just this. Every idea. Uh, I don't want accountability.
Yep.
And now we're seeing a rise in parents where they don't want accountability for even their own child,
No.
and they don't want to be held responsible to the things that they're exposed to, and they are going to put that onto the kids' shoulder.
Well, exactly, and that's what the teacher did.
Yeah.
The teacher said, "Well, the kids chose it. I let the kids watch what they wanted to watch."
Democracy!
Yeah, that's pure democracy, everybody. That's
Democracy!
exactly what it is. Well, everybody, I'm curious what you guys have to say about this. So don't forget to let me know in the comments. What do you think about Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and fourth graders watching it. Please let me know that in the comments. Definitely go check out Conservative Kat Peterson on YouTube, Kat Peterson 929. She does some great content and everything. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, comment what you think, and share it with your friends. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. God bless you. God bless America. And until next time, you've been watching Speechless. Cut for time.